Conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, all of you. Welcome to Mohansh Technologies, and let's explore Visual Studio Code. Okay, so yesterday I started with colors and background colors. We are working with colors and background colors, and today we will go with different kind of concept like different font styles. Let me go with the font styles today. How the fonts and all we will give in CSS. Wait, yeah, font styles. How you can provide different kind of font styles in CSS. The one is font family. One is font family. The one is font size. Okay, font size. You can give font hyphen family, font hyphen size, and font weight. Font weight. Okay, and yeah, font family, font size, font weight. I think these three. Yeah, let me see. Let me take new program and let me save it as font properties. Font properties dot html. Font properties dot html. Okay, so shift one, font properties, font properties. Let's have the paragraph. For the paragraph, we change the different fonts. Okay, lorem. Okay, this is my paragraph. Execute the paragraph. By default, how the paragraph is look like. Execute the paragraph. How the paragraph is look like by default. This is a paragraph. Normally, general font and general style paragraph is look like. Now I want to apply the first style for this paragraph. Let me keep the style. Wherever you want, you can write a style tag. Inside the body, outside of the body, outside of the HTML tag, wherever you want. But inside the page only you have to write up. Okay, access the paragraph. First property I want to give font family. Font style also there. One more property I forgot. Font style. One more property I forgot. Font style. Font style. Okay. So the first property font family. Font family. Let me give the font family. Okay, there are a number of font families the system is providing for us. Okay, let me go with Verdana font or cursive font. Let me go cursive font. Okay, this cursive font is applicable or not for the font. Can you see some cursive font got applied? Cursive font. Previous paragraph is different. This paragraph is different. Without without font family, the paragraph is normal. After applying the font family, this is a cursive font. After that, one more property I want to applicable. One more property I need to applicable. The font style. The font style. Okay, font style something like italic. Italic initial inherit. In italic, okay. Initial means browser default. Inherit means it is coming from parent. Okay, I am giving italic. Now it is italic font. Okay, let me take font to family. Arial. Arial and italic. Okay, let's see how this italic mode. Italic style. Simply something like a slanting style of font. That is italic style. One more property, font size. How much size you want? Okay, large, larger, medium, small, smaller, x large, x small, xx large, xx small. You can give any name or you can give the pixels. Let me give the pixels here. 60 pixel font size I want. 60 pixel font size I want. It is very, very bigger. You can see this. With 100 also it is very, very bigger. Font size is very, very high. Font size, let me give small. Font size I am giving small. Very, very small. Can you see this? This is 100% browser zoom level. And zoom level I increased 125. Zoom level I increased 200. Seems even zoom level I increased 200%. It is giving only this much. Why? Because of this is small. Okay, let me keep like a big, bigger. There is a bigger. What is the font size? Font size. No, large. Large. Let me give the large. Large is okay. Fine. This is a large in 200%. This is 100%. 100% large font style. Okay, there is a one more thing. Font weight. Font weight. Okay, font weight. Let me give the bold. Okay, there are numbers you can provide, or you can give the bold, bolder, lighter, normal. Okay, let me give the bold. Let me give the bold. When I say bold, font is bold now. Font is bold now. Can you see and observe? Font is bold. Font in the bold mode. So these are the font properties you can apply for text. These are the font properties you can apply for text. Okay, I'll write a note point here. Font properties applicable only for text. Font properties applicable. Font properties applicable only for text in web. Next, I will write down the text properties. Text styles. Text styles also. Text styles also applicable only for text. Applicable. Applicable only for text. Okay. So what are the text properties? Text transform. Text decoration. Text indent. Line height. Word spacing. Text transform. Text decoration. Text indent. Line height. Word spacing. These are the different kind of text styles or text properties. Am I clear? The first one is text transform property. Let me write down the text properties. In the new program I am taking text properties. In the new program I am taking text properties. Everybody can able to see my screen?
Yes, it's visible, sir. Yeah.
Let me go with the text properties now. Take new program, save it as text underscore properties dot html. Every program should save with dot html only, right? Now I go with text properties here. Properties. Let's go. I'm taking a paragraph again. Lower. Okay, so let me give the style here. For the paragraph, first property is text. Okay, there is a one more property called align. I forgot about it. Text align. Let me write down the text align property first. Align. Alignment. Alignment like center, left, right, justify. There are multiple things. Okay, I go with the center. When I go with the center, by default it is left. By default it is left, but I applied for center. When I applied the center, it is looking like this. Let me take bigger text. Let me take a bigger text. Okay, let me take one more lorem or one more lorem. Now it is bigger text. You can see it's a bigger text and aligned center. It is not looking good. Huh? It is not looking good. By default, if I am not applying any property for text alignment, if I am not applying any property for text alignment, it is actually taking left. Taking left. What the problem here? Some space is taking. Why? Because this word is not fitting, not able to fit here. That is the why reason it is taking new line. And again second line, this provident word not able to fit after the fugit. That is why it is taking a next line. So it is also not looking good. I want to adjust the text with the spaces. In the lines, I want to adjust the spaces. Then what you can do, you can have something like a justify. How many people are knowing about WordPad? MS Word. How many people know about the MS Word? WordPad. WordPad, you have left alignment, center alignment, justify mode, right alignment. Text you can able to modify in the WordPad. Na? Same like CSS. The justify mode, it will be adjustable. It is neatly adjustable with the spaces, and it's looking good actually. And newspapers, how the newspapers printing with, how the newspapers are printing with. Newspapers are printing with the justify mode. Okay, this is the good one to use in the real time. But when I say right, how the right will be towards the right side, text going towards the right side, alignment towards the right side. Okay, so which is the better one? Justify mode is the better one for the alignment. Justify mode is better for the alignment. Then one more property, text transform or text decoration. Next property, text decoration. There are multiple things. Let me go through the line through decoration. This is something like a tag. There is a tag called del in the HTML. There is a tag called del in the HTML. What is the del tag? How the del tag is actually throughout the text one line is drawing. Na? Throughout the text one line is drawing. That is the del tag in the HTML. Same in CSS. There is a text property called text line through, text decoration line through. No, I go want to underline. Underline, we have the tag called u in HTML. Underline, we have the tag in HTML like u tag. Remember u tag? U, u.
Yes, yes, underlines.
That is underline in HTML. That is in CSS. In CSS, text decoration underline. But overline is not available in HTML. Overline is available in CSS. Overline is available on CSS. On top of the text, one line is going to be drawing. On the top of the text, one line is going to be drawing. That is actually overline text. Whatever you want, you can do with decoration. I don't want to give any decoration, just go for none. Next, text transform. Text transformation to uppercase, lowercase, capitalize. Okay, I want to go for lowercase. All the characters in the lowercase now. All the characters in the lowercase now. Transform to uppercase. All the characters transforming to uppercase. All the characters transforming to uppercase. No, I want to go for capitalize. What is the meaning of capitalize?
The first
Anybody?
letter will be capital.
Every word, first letter is capital. Lorem L capital, I ipsum I capital, dollar D capital, seat S capital, emet A capital, constitutor C capital, ADPC, what is this? ADPC, ADPC, elite. See, can you see every word first letter is capital letter? That is actually called capitalization mode. Text transform. I don't want to do anything. Default whatever you have, you just go with. This is the default. L capital, I small, something like that. Okay, this is the default. You can go for the default, better. But whatever the requirement you have, based on the requirement, you can go for text transformation. And one more important, text indent. Okay, see the paragraph. There is no space for the first line here. There is no space in the first line. But by default, in newspapers and all, you see when they create a paragraph, for the first line some space they will take. For the first line they will take some space. That is called text indentation. Text indentation is needed. That indentation I am giving 40 pixel indentation. Some space. 40 pixel indentation. Can you see some space got allocated for the lorem here? Some space got allocated for the lorem here. That is the default 40 pixel I am giving. Sir, I want more, sir. Then you take more, sir. Whatever you want, sir, you can take it, sir. 80 pixel I'm taking here. So 80 pixel space it is taking for the first line, first row. And one more important point, this indentation should be in the minus also. Okay, let me go with the minus 40 applicable. Negative numbers also applicable. Can you see lorem is missing? Lorem is hiding. Where is the lorem, sir? Lorem is hiding, na? Indentation, negative values also applicable. Okay, so I don't keep the negative values. I need to keep the positive value only, 40 pixel. That's looking great. Am I clear with indentation? Text indentation property. How many properties we done? Text align property we done. Text decoration property we done. Text transform property we done. Text indent property we done. Next, we do one more important property. Word spacing. Word spacing. Word to word. Some space I want to take. Okay, let me give the word spacing 40 pixel. Can you see? Observe. This paragraph, word to word, some space got allocated. For this paragraph, word to word, some space got allocated. Word spacing is taking, allocating. Word spacing is taking and allocating, but looking not good. Word space none, normal. Next, line height, line to line, line to line. You want to provide some height. You can provide some height. Line to line, some height got allocated. By default, 20 is normal, but you take 50. When you take 50, it is very high. Line height, line to line, some height got allocated. Some height got allocated. That is something like line height. Okay, if you want to keep, you can keep, or you can go for normal. I hope you got understand about the text properties and font properties both. Everybody clear? Text properties, font properties. Let's go with the selectors. There are n number of selectors. First of all, what is selector? What is selector in CSS? What is selector? Selector is a concept. Selector is a concept in CSS. Selecting HTML components or HTML elements into CSS. Selecting HTML elements into CSS. There are multiple ways. The one is element selector. By the element name you can able to select. Second one, class selector. Third one, ID selector. Fourth one, group selector. Group selector. Fifth one, universal selector. Universal selector. One more, even selector. Even selector. One more, odd selector. One more, adjacent one sibling selector. Adjacent one sibling selector. Adjacent one sibling selector. One more, adjacent all sibling selector. Adjacent all sibling selector. One more, attribute selector. Attribute selector. Attribute selector. One more, parent selector. Parent selector. So like this, there are n number of selectors which are going to be available in CSS. There are a number of selectors. Let me repeat: element selector, class selector, ID selector, group selector, universal selector, even selector, odd selector, adjacent one sibling selector, adjacent all sibling selector, attribute selector, parent selector, one more, nth child selector, nth child selector. One more, pseudo selector. Pseudo selector. Sir, when you go with official website for CSS, okay, find CSS. Official website is Mozilla Developer. Mozilla Developer is the official site where you can learn CSS, where you can learn CSS. Then you can go for selectors here. Just go for selectors. Just go for selectors. Selectors concept. You go for selectors concept here. Let me check it out. CSS selectors. W3 school. This guy is going to be giving only few selectors, but I don't want to go for W3 schools. Official site is Mozilla Developer. You can go to the Mozilla Developer. See a number of selectors he is providing to you. Practice one by one. Practice one by one. There are huge number of selectors they are going to be providing you. Huge number of selectors. Okay, when you click on that, you will be getting the example for that. Open the each and every selector here. You can do practice with. This site is developer.mozilla.com. That is the official site for the HTML, CSS, JavaScript learning. You can learn HTML, you can learn JavaScript, you can learn web APIs, you can learn different things. Whatever the concepts you want, you can learn from here. Okay, this is the official site for the web developers. You can go through each and every concept. Don't learn from other websites, learn from MDN. MDN is the official website for the web developers. Mozilla Developer Network. Mozilla Developer Network. Okay. Let me write down one by one all the selectors here. Okay. So first of all, I just want to explore element, class, and ID. Element, class, ID selectors. Element, class, ID. One by one we will go through. First I go through the element selector. Take new program, save it as element selector. Element underscore selector. Element selector.html. Take HTML and first one element selector. Okay, I could take multiple elements here. H1. Welcome to Mohansh Technologies. Welcome to Mohansh Technologies. Welcome to Mohansh Technologies. That is a first heading. Second heading, good morning all of you. Good morning all of you. This is the second heading. I am taking a paragraph also. Take a paragraph also, Lorem. Okay. Totally I am taking 3 elements. Everybody getting understand? Please respond with me.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay. So I have 3 elements here. What I want to do is I need to write down the selector. I need to write a selector like element selector. Element selector works with selecting by the element name, selecting the tag by the element name. Okay, I have few h1s here. Not only h1, I need to keep the 3 h1s here. 3 h1s are there. 3 h1s are there. 1 h2 is there. 1 paragraph is there. 3 h1s are there. 1 h2 is there. 1 paragraph is there. Now I need to work out with the element selector by element name. Okay, element name h1. Element name h1 provide color red. Element name h1 provide color red. Element name h2 provide color green. Element name h3 provide color blue. Na blue already given. Na yeah, blue. Let me give the blue.
H3 not declarable, sir.
H3 not declared. Okay, let me take paragraph.
Paragraph.
H1 is H1 declared and H2 declared and paragraph declared. Okay, fine. Thank you. Let's run this program. Selecting elements into the CSS from the HTML by the element name. Selecting elements from HTML to CSS by the element name. Okay, let me execute this. Go to the live server. Can you see and observe what happened here? All H1s are in the red color. All H2, only one H2 available. That will be in the green color. And one paragraph is available. That paragraph got with the blue color. Am I clear? Let me take a huge number of paragraphs. Let me take a number of H2s also. I will took a number of elements. I took multiple H1s. I took multiple H2s. I took multiple paragraphs. No problem. Selecting by the element name. If the H1 is finding from the HTML, it is transforming with red color. If the H2 is finding from the HTML, it is transforming to the green color. The paragraph is finding from the HTML, it is transforming to the blue color style. Blue color style. Can you see and observe? All H1s are transforming to red color. All H2s are transforming into green color. All paragraphs are transforming into blue color. Am I clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Next, I go with the class selector. The same program, I took a copy here and I close it, and I'm taking a next. Save it as class underscore selector dot html. Class selector dot html. Okay. So let's have class selector. Class selector. Class selector. Okay. So have the program paste and change the program name class selector. Now there is an attribute called class. We should provide class now. Okay, let me keep these tag selectors, but I want to apply some classes for the different elements. For the second H1, I took an attribute called class called Mohansh. And the same class I took for some other element. H2, the third H2, I am applying the same class called Mohansh. The same class I will applicable for the first paragraph called Mohansh. Somewhere called Mohansh class. Mohansh class is defining for few elements. Mohansh class defining for few elements. These few elements, I want to apply a different style. Okay, dot Mohansh took a background color. Whenever dot Mohansh is finding from the HTML elements, it will took one background color. It will took one brown color background color or light. Sir, let me go brown. Yeah, brown I am taking. When a class called Mohansh found from the HTML elements, it took what? Brown color background. Can you see this? Okay, not saved. Please save the program before run program. Save the program. What happened? Dot Mohansh. Class dot Mohansh. Whenever the class selector come into the picture, dot class name. Important. Let me execute this. Yes. You got a background color applicable or not? You got a background color applicable or not?
Yes.
At the same time, on top of this background color is not visible. That is how I change the color to white. When the background color is brown, change the color to white. Then you see what happened. When Mohansh come into the picture, then automatically the background color got transformed to brown and the color transformed to white. That is a way of working with the class selector. Class selector will override on tag selector. Even you keep the class selector on top. Class selector is the first selection. So selection priority tomorrow, Monday session, we will discuss about it. We don't want to go for the class priority right now. Class priority to the browser, or selector priority to the browser. Selector priority to the browser we'll discuss on Monday, no issues. But right now I want to explore one more selector called ID selector. Class selector is clear, everyone? Class selecting by the class name. Dot.
Yes, yes, it's clear.
Dot. Yes, go ahead. Anybody have queries? No queries, huh? No queries, huh? Okay, let me keep the copy. Close the program. Save it. Next, new program. Save it as, name it as ID selector. ID underscore selector. ID is the one more property. I will define the IDs now. Okay, paste here the program. Now I want to define IDs, sir. ID. Okay, some first H1. I am defining ID called Mohansh. ID name is also Mohansh, and here also I took ID called Mohansh. Okay. Somewhere I am taking the ID called Mohansh. Different elements have Mohansh ID. Different elements have Mohansh ID. Okay, here also I'm taking the ID called Mohansh. Okay, so wherever you find Mohansh, I need to write down the ID selector with hash. Remember, note point, fundamental, class selector with the dot symbol, tag selector with the tag name, ID selector with hash, and Mohansh. Whenever you found ID, what my requirement is, let me apply some border. Border 2 pixel solid blue. Okay. Whenever you found ID, all IDs are highlighting now. All IDs are highlighting with the border, some 2 pixel border, solid style and blue color. Yes, you open it. Not saved. Maybe this is the different program. I need to run this properly with the live server. You see, wherever you found ID, that will be highlighting with the border or not. You are observing the border. You are observing the border.
Yes, sir.
2 pixel is not that much visible. Let me keep a 5 pixel solid blue. Okay, now you can observe this. Wherever ID I given called Mohansh, that element got highlighting with the border, some 5 pixel and solid style with blue color. So these are the multiple important selectors. One is the tag selector, one is the class selector, one is the ID selector. These three selectors are very much important. Remember. Okay, now let's go with the selector precedence. I took a paint here. Through the paint, I will explain about selector precedence.
Sir,
Okay.
I have one doubt. Actually, here ID selector you are selecting class name and ID both are is there.
Eligible. Class is different, ID is different. Both names are same. No problem. Eligible.
Okay, got it. Sir.
This is eligible. No problem. Clear, Govinda Babu?
Yes, sir, I got it.
Right. So now
Thank you.
you have. Okay, thank you. So we have three selectors now. One is a tag selector. One is a class selector. These three are very important, but we need to understand about this ID selector. Okay. Coming to the tag selector, class selector, ID selector, I have a question. When I am writing tag selector and class selector, which will applicable first? First question is, when we write tag and class, which will applicable first? Which will go to browser? Different questions I will ask here, and all questions answers also I will write down here. The first question, what is the answer? The second question, when we write when we write multiple classes, which class will go first? Which class will go to browser? That is the second question. Third question, sir, I'm telling these kind of scenarios, these kind of in-depth subject, nobody is going to be teaching in the YouTube, or nobody is going to be teaching in the institutions. Only Mohansh is going to be having a specialization, each and every concept pin to pin, in depth. On each and every topic we have questions also. And third question, when we write class and id, which will go to browser? This is the third question. Okay, question means I have to give the question mark, huh? Yeah, I am giving the question mark. For all these questions, answers also I'll give you now. You only tell me the answers after the explanation. This is the third question. The fourth question, when we give tag, comma, class and id, okay, three things for the same element. I am giving tag selector, class selector, id selector. Which will go to the browser? Okay, so now you people only tell me the answers. I will explore the things in browser level. If id is going to be finding, id will go first. Id is the first priority. If id is not available, it will go for the class. If class not available, it will go for the tag. Sir, id nothing but identification, Aadhaar number. id nothing but identification, Aadhaar number. One element, how many ids are there? One person, how many Aadhaar cards are there?
Only one.
Only
Only
one.
one.
At the same time, every element, every tag can contain one id. Class is a kind of nicknames. One person can have multiple nicknames. Parents will call by one nickname, friends call by one nickname, girlfriend call by one nickname, and some other persons call by one nickname. One person can have multiple nicknames. Class is something like nickname of the person. Okay, now you tell me, one element can have multiple classes. One element can have how many classes now?
Multiple classes.
ID is only one. Classes can be multiple. Multiple nicknames. One person can have multiple nicknames. In childhood, one nickname. Teenage, one nickname. After marriage, one nickname. Friends, by friends, one nickname. By wife, one nickname. By girlfriend, one nickname. By parents, one nickname. By teachers, one nickname. Nickname is a kind of class. Now tag. What is a tag? Person name. Tag name. Tag name nothing but person name. Every person have a unique name, na? Every person have unique name or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now tell me, tags can be duplicate. Multiple Srinus are there.
Yeah,
Yes.
Multiple Srinus are there. Multiple H1s are there. Multiple Govinda Babus are there. Multiple Ramyas also there. Multiple Prakash is there. So Prakash is there in the class. Yes, Prakash is there. So multiple Prakash is there. Multiple Rohit is there. Am I clear, guys? It
Yes, sir.
same like in web, you will be having multiple H1s. You will be having multiple browsers. You will be having multiple forms. You will be having multiple tags. But ID is in a queue. For example, ID is in a queue. Classes are multiple. For one element, classes are multiple. For one element, ID is one time, and ID name is nothing but a class name. So now you tell me by the paint. ID selector is the first preference. I am telling here very clear. ID is first preference. ID is first. Let me take this in the red color. ID is first. ID first. If ID is there, ID will go. Then second class second, then tag. For one element, now you tell me the answers. When we write tag and class, which will go to the browser?
Class.
Class.
Class. Super. Now second question. When we write multiple classes, which class will go to the browser? A tricky question. For one element, I am writing multiple classes, sir. Last line, first execution. Last line, first execution. For example, 1, 2, 3, three classes I am writing. 1, 2, 3, three classes I am writing for one element. In the first line, I'm writing some CSS for the 1. Second line, I am writing CSS for the 2. Third line, I am writing CSS for the 3. 3 will go to the browser. Last line, first go. Last line, first go. Last line, first execution to the browser. Remember this point. This is the important point. Next, third question. When we write class and ID, which will go to the browser?
ID.
Exactly. Fourth question. When we give tag, class and ID, which will go to the browser?
ID class tag.
Okay, ID.
ID. I mean, after ID class and then tag.
Yeah, after ID class. After the class tag. If ID is not there, it will check for the class.
Yes.
Class is also not there, it will check for the tag.
Yeah.
Okay, this is about the selector concept. Okay, na? Fine, na? That is good. All selectors are available there. Tell me.
Can you explain this second one in a practical way, sir? Like,
Yeah, I will go through practical. First of all, understand the theory.
okay, okay.
Practically, I will show. Practically, I will show how these things are working. Okay, this all about selectors. Fine. Where we write selectors, first of all? Tell me. Where we write selectors, basically?
Inside the style.
Style.
Inside the style, and it is like internal or external. Internal or external, we are writing the selectors.
We can write anywhere. Internal or
No, no.
external. That is.
Yeah, internal and external. But if inline style is there for the element, okay, for the element, my question, if the element have, my question, this is the important question. Now I want to check your intelligence. Element have inline, comma, ID, comma, class, and tag selector. Okay. Now which will go to the browser?
Basically, inline will go to the browser.
Which will go to the browser. So by the yesterday's class, not yesterday's, before yesterday's class,
Inline will be.
I told style preferences. Inline, internal, external. If inline is there,
Inline is the first
Inline
one.
will
eh,
go.
it will not listen anyone. It will not listen internal or external. It may be ID. ID is the master. I don't care about the ID. In the case of inline, inline will go to the browser. If inline is there, it will not listen internal, external. Remember this point. But all the selectors are come under internal or external. Selectors are come under internal or external. Selectors are not there in the inline, right?
Yes, yes.
Then who is ID, who is class, who is the tag? I am inline. If inline style is there, it will not listen to anyone. Okay, my question is very simple question. Now you people can tell the answer. Element have inline, ID, class, tag, selector, which will go to the browser.
Inline.
Inline.
Answer is very simple. Answer is very simple. You people can tell that.
Inline.
Inline will go. If inline is not there, then second. If inline is
ID.
not there,
ID.
ID.
exactly. If inline is not there, ID. Even ID is not there,
Class.
Class.
exactly. Even class is also not there.
Tag.
Even tag is also not there.
Nothing.
Class is not there. Tag is
Only
not there.
title.
Huh?
Title.
Element.
Tag selector is also not there. Then
Nothing will be displayed.
nothing will display nothing but you will be having browser defaults. Browser defaults type black and white movie.
Okay, okay.
It's a black and white movie. No style applicable, na?
Hmm.
If tag selector is not there, ID selector is not there, class selector is not there, inline selector is not there, there is no CSS. There is no CSS. Only HTML skeleton. What is the skeleton formula? What is the HTML skeleton formula? I told you already. What is HTML skeleton? It's look like black and white cinema. It's look like black and white cinema. Am I clear, guys? I hope everybody got to understand this one. Any questions so far till now? What are the different kind of topics we explored today? 1 second, I just want to save this diagram. Sir, everything I am uploading in the drive. Every day I am uploading on the drive. Please check it out. And all the recorded sessions are also uploading within 1 hour. Please like the videos and provide your comments also for the videos. I'm not seeing the comments, guys. Please provide some comments that is actually reach to other people who is going to be searching for the UI, who is going to be searching for the Python. Your comment is getting the video highlight for them. Your like is also highlighting the video for them. Please provide your likes and comments. Okay, let me save the diagram. This is something like selectors. Okay, right. What are the topics we explored today? Go one by one. First, we go on with font styles. Huh? What are the properties for the font? Font family, font
Family
size,
size, weight.
font weight, font style. Font properties applicable only for text in the web. Text styles, then text styles. Text styles also applicable for only text. Text alignment, text transformation, text decoration, text indent, text height, word spacing. Then we started selectors, but selectors will take 2 or 3 days. No problem. Selector is a concept in CSS, selecting HTML elements into CSS. Multiple selectors, element selector, class selector, ID selector, group selector, universal selector, even selector, odd selector, adjacent one sibling selector, adjacent all sibling selector, parent selector, attribute selector, nth child selector, pseudo selector kind of thing. And I explored the diagram here, a comparison between the tag selector, ID selector and class selector. ID is the first preference. Let me write down. ID is the first preference, class is the second preference, tag is the third preference. And I explored different kind of questions also here, and answers only given by students only. And one more thing, if inline style is there, these things are nonsense. If inline style is there, ID, class, tag, don't care, right? So I just go through practical all these things in Monday session. So there is no session for Sunday tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday, na?
Tomorrow is
Tomorrow is
Sunday, sir.
Saturday, na? Tomorrow is
Tomorrow,
Sunday.
Sunday, sir.
Sunday, enjoy the Sunday. Happy weekend. Happy weekend. We'll meet again on Monday. Monday, I will explore practically all these things and practice all the things, whatever the pending things you have. Just go through the videos one more time. Practice the programs. Write down the notes. Prepare the notes properly, and practice well. That will give you energy. When you are learning subject, that will give you the more and more energy. And whenever you go to the interviews, if you have the subject, you don't have any fear. That is the mantra, simple logic basically. Top color, how people can do the top color, how color will be making top. Color high, how the color high situation. What is color high situation? What is color high situation when you go for interview? What is color high situation when you go for interview, sir? When you have good subject, when you have good knowledge. Okay, interview fail, no problem. That is your problem. That is not my problem. I have subject. I go for another interview. So please make yourself color high situations all time. Okay, so see you signing off. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe the channel. Please provide your comments and click on bell icon. People are watching videos but not subscribing. Mohansh Technologies strategy is different. I already told you. We have only online sessions, and we are going to be starting at 20th. Okay, October 20th. We are going to be starting different kind of advanced exclusive classes like full stack Python with ML AI, 45 hours free of cost, and one more Marin stack ML AI, 45 hours free of cost. Please refer your friends and subscribe the channel. Like the video, comments also needed. Thank you. See you signing off. Bye for today.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Have a good weekend.
You too, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.